Don't worry, bro. Mega Man drops January 7th. Listen, I was never book smart, I'm money smart. Clumsy more intelligent. Call me Mr. Rock Festival, I got hella fans. Shorty cute and her circle tool. Told her brain a fit. She gon' make me slide with my dog like a Mega Man. So how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? It got a bit crazy in there. I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. That didn't exactly, but it didn't do anything to help the prosecution either. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw. Oh, fuck. The apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah. We gotta find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. She's already guilty. I'm trying to convince the judge to repeal that verdict, because the judge is already convinced that, everyone is already convinced that she did it. Except the police, who are apparently still doing an investigation and still questioning her. This might be the one time they're competent in this godforsaken world. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing, quick! Can't you shut down the station server? Chief, quit playing on the internet! Oh, right, that's the chief, the guy in the middle. But my email pen pal, Elite Z and Princess. Save it for later. I'm turning off now. No! Litezi and Princess! No, 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 no! I need my queen's tweets! What's happening to me? My demon powers! No! Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy? More like panicking, if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. Big. Big! Big. Let's see what he's doing today. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Even pickpockets can have their pockets picked. That's a keeper. Better to go with something that doesn't sound too much like a slogan. Wait, that's your slogan for the cops? Like what, the cops are gonna pickpocket the pickpocketers? You must be coming up with slogans for a crime prevention campaign. Oh, I see. It's like, don't be a pickpocket or you'll have your pockets picked. He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. But in Jesus' case, he who lives by the hammer and nail. Ha ha ha. I did that solely to piss off Christians. I'm not sure even he knows what kind of crime he's trying to prevent. Detention center. Delicious, delicious water. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her, too. Maggie. Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Uh-huh. Moving. Très bien. Groovy. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on. Hey, that sounds like... Now you just call an 8, pal. Now just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a ripoff. He's doing one of them lottery scratch tickets. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, it's you. Cherry. Mexican guy holding an omelet. I was just... I was just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? You can't afford that, and even if you could, why would you want to eat that? So, did you like the twin tea set? I've never paid that much money for lunch before. I'm surprised you could afford it. I was so nervous, my hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Well, for 20 bucks, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, really. It was delicate. Delicate? You mean you liked it? Didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste, and I just realized it's bad. That's it. It tasted bad. It's just kinda hard to admit it to yourself when you pay 20 bucks for it, you know? Man, he should get a refund. Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. He should have not ordered it at all, dude. Hey, Nick, maybe that's why Glen Elk came here. Maybe he heard about the super fierce twin tea set. If by fierce you mean fearsome. Speaking of Glen Elk, that reminds me. We still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Detective Gumshoe what he knows, seeing as he's here? Today's trial. This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it. For once. That's because he was just saying what the, what people told him to say. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? Would you have preferred crumbly like aged Parmesan? Ooh! Your testimony stinks like Lindenberg cheese. Limburg? I forgot the name of it. Limburger? The really stinky cheese. Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. Holes? So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean. Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I won't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Oh my god. He doesn't have a crying animation, so they just had him smirking while crying. Why couldn't they just draw a crying animation? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall, Nick. Oh man, poor Gumshoe. So what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right. You said you were listening to the radio or something. Oh, that was nothing. I wasn't excited. Terrible liar, dude. Come on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you lying to? Nothing, really. It was just the, daily exercise show. You literally cannot lie to me. A cyclock? This lunch special's lobster sure is great. Another a second larger cyclock appears. Then why are there tears in your eyes? Okay. I don't see a radio anywhere. So maybe I'll just... I think I already know what he's hiding from me. He was trying to do the fucking... win the fucking lottery. The radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to... lottery ticket. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you tried to win big, just like Glen Elk did. It's like you can see right through me. I cracked him already? See, pal, that's why I said it was something. The fact that this case happened at all is all because of the lottery ticket. Because, you know, that's the motive. But, like, the chances of winning a lottery ticket are like 1 in a million. So that means the chances of this trial happening or 1 in a million. It would have been more likely for Phoenix to get struck by lightning than for this trial to have happened. I should put Phoenix right in Fortnite. I'm usually pretty lucky, so I'd figure I'd give it a try. But what's with everyone in the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. 50 cents? How much did you pay for the lottery ticket? It would better have been cheap if you only got was 2 quarters. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elixir, and they've got this special radio show where they announce the winning numbers. They even do the drawings live on the air. It's intense, pal. I bet that's what Mr. Oak was listening to on the day he was killed. It's a Powerball lottery, isn't it? Yeah. What time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And are the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Millionaire Radio Flyer. Every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Millionaire Radio. That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya. With your own money. Ooh, that's cold. Let's see. Vitamin Squares. Oh good, he's not here. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of bird seeds. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least not for now. Besides, any more seeds stay and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. Because you would be a bird? Because you would die and be reincarnated like a phoenix? I don't get that. I don't get that metaphor, Phoenix. Why is this still here? Hey, check this out. I wouldn't get too close to that if I were you. Otherwise, you might be in for a shock. My phony must be lurking someplace nearby. Just imagine, a tiger, loose on the city. Meanwhile, the real phoenix is like an abandoned chick lost in a vast urban jungle. A phoenix. Huh? Don't worry. Someday, you'll grow up and become a ferocious tiger, too. Don't lose hope. I'm Phoenix Wright, not Tiger Wright. Why is he trying to pep talk me into becoming my phony? Nothing. I don't see anything of interest here, so we're gonna go back here in the kitchen. Huh? Mr. Armstrong's talking to someone. The killer. She's the killer. I'll be back next month. Oui, naturalmente. I will be waiting for you. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. The lone shark. She's a lone shark. None. I will have everything ready. I promise. I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. No. Stop it. I beg you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. Me? No, it's not necessary. You can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Maybe I should... Okay, that should do it. That ought to do it. Oh, none. You don't have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It's the oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. Can I have this girl's number? I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye for now. I have the shivers. I must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become the nervous wreck. There. Oh, yes, that feels good. Ooh la la. Excuse me, monsieur. My eyes. My eyes. Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. The oil of sandalwood. Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? Anyway. Très bien. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, mister. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? I hate you. That way I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you the dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. But you are right. Business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is a problem. People do not understand it. They think it is Trey. I just want people to eat at my my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. It doesn't look like a fast food restaurant. Nick, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? Yeah, a gay man. But this restaurant is my life. It is everything to me. Phoenix, have you forgotten that you're bisexual? I will defend it to the finale. No one will take it from me. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Ooh la la, you saw that? Yeah, sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? Psycho mantis? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? I'll be back next month. We do not need a flashback of this. It literally just happened. Do you think I have the memory of a Phoenix Wright character? Think I have the memory of the judge from Ace Attorney? Now that I think about it... Hey, Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. Well, you see, we made this game for people without object permanence. That's why everyone in the courtroom except for Phoenix is a fucking idiot who needs to be constantly reminded of evidence that was just presented to them 5 seconds ago. You think so? Well, then let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Piece of evidence? You mean this? So long as that paper exists, I'm but a delightful angel with the broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well when you think about it. Fallen angel. Could a dead person who turns into an angel become a fallen angel? I mean, they're like, it's like that one comic strip. You're welcome to heaven. Did you know that I stole a piece of candy when from a kid? Something then gets thrown from heaven. Zoo-wee mama. They kept harassing me month after month. In the end, I have to give in. I agreed to help them. Help them? With what? Loan sharks? My bien sir, if I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? I cannot say. Mafia. This is the mafia. If I tell you, that woman, she will slice me up. Snitches gets to, and eat me with the salad garnish. Bet it would taste better than the shit you serve. Hope he doesn't mean that'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract. Am I right? Ah. Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. We'll put you in witness protection program. We'll put you in witness protection if you tell us. What am I saying? These police aren't smart enough to do witness protection. Be like the one Studio C skit where they tell you what your new identity is while you're in the room with the guy that you just snitched on. What? The police in this world are comically incompetent. It's like if Abbott and Costello were cops. The woman who was here earlier. I take it that she's, Why has it come to this? What a tragedy! Suddenly I find myself so deep in the debt. It is a sign of a bad world we live in, huh? See, even he knows that this world is a crapsack world. A dystopia. No, I'd say it's more of a sign of bad culinary skills. There's a woman who is here. This is a scary woman. She is from a loan office. Called it. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Wee. Tenderlender it is called. Ironic name. Nice. Catchy name. Just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from him. If you must, no more than $10. Yeah, I doubt that. Imagine what the interest rates are. We should abolish... Okay, so, like... Here's a solution to the student debt problem. If you took out a loan, you pay it back. Hey, here's a solution to the student debt problem. If you loan someone money, only expect the amount you loaned them to be paid back. Fuck interest rates. Loan someone money, only ask for the same amount back. $10 sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So, Tenderlender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? Like, seriously, if you loan someone money, you should only expect that same amount of money to be paid back. Don't expect something for nothing, right? I wonder if they got anything to do with this case. I'm a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. Is this guy supposed to be a transphobic stereotype? Is that what's going on? But, like, I don't think they do that, Ace Attorney. So, maybe he's just, like, gender non-conforming. I'm like a slave. I have to do everything that it tells me. That dress is for girls. Girls? No, honey. It's for queens. You know that comic? I love that comic. It's for queens. Who is this he? La Tiger. Oh, Phoenix. Now it's all coming together. So if the Tiger works for the company who this guy owns money, then it makes sense that they would frame his waitress for murder. You know, hit him where it hurts. A tiger? He is the manager of the Tenderlender, a terrifying city, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of the battered old scooters ride, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter? Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh, no, no, no. This man is a presence. A most formidable personality. Oh, has a presence. Although, he does have spiky hair, just like you. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. He's your doppelganger. If you want to visit the Tenderlender, it is just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey, Nick. If you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? Trib. He has got to start, sending bills to his clients. What? Oh, Vitamin Square. Why not just... Like, what? Is it like in a fucking walled-off corridor that leads from, from Vitamin Square to the office, so I can only access it from the goddamn square? Like, haven't these people ever heard of radii? This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like his tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. You cannot capture the cubs unless you enter the tiger's lion's den. Well, oh boy. Talk about a creepy voice. Makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Ugh. Oh my god, that's my suit! Look, it's even got a fake, look, it even got an attorney badge. You're here to discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager is away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. She's gone, just like that. I guess we'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick, let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever... coffee? Ah! I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yes, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Why is this desk so shiny? Nick! Let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. Look at that. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. This suit is the same color as the one you wear, Nick. The same color as my suit? Ah! Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you've got to take a look at this. Some cake? Ah! I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Thanks. Just wait here quietly. Otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. I have my eye on you, only so I can take care of you. Understand? I mean, what's she gonna do? Small girl against a... how tall are you, Phoenix? Against a lawyer and a spirit medium? We'll be fine. I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look, on the lapel of this suit. Oh! Seriously? That's an attorney's badge. Is the tire a lawyer? No way, look at this thing. It's made of paper. Painted to look authentic. Cosplayers, take notes. For some reason, your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obviously fake badge when I see, this is what I'm saying. It's like, is the justice system really this terrible? When, like, someone can just impersonate a lawyer by taking a piece of cardboard and by making a attorney's badge out of a cardboard and some Sharpie. Are we that stupid? Is the judge that stupid? Like, surely no one would did anyone notice it? Like, this game specifically is the one that's making me lose faith in the justice system. And yes, I know, it's a parody of the Japanese legal system. Oh no, someone's dropped the ashtray on the floor. That's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space here once. Cleaning up was such a pain. It was one of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did she manage to knock one of those over? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey, there's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look at what's printed on its cover. It says Tribulations. These matches could come in handy. You might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. Why would... Let's see. This round dolphin is called a Daruma, I think. I was clicking on the piece of paper. I figured I'd read a book or two and be more cultured in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Go on, Nick. Give him a good shove. Only if you feel like dying. Now, this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Why is it so big? Not that I'm an expert on anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know? Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey. There's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. Ah, good. Well, what is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? He has a scooter. $15,000 to replace a bumper and a light? That's insane. The car's registered to the Cadaverinis? Huh? So it's not even the Tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the Tiger's office? We got this. What's this? It's a punching bag. What? No way. You wouldn't catch me walking around with a bag like that. What do you mean, walking around? The design is gross to start with, and it's way too heavy to be practical. Yeah, that's the point of a punching bag. And why is it called a punching bag? Don't people know messenger bags are in? I knew it. I was right before, back at Tribulations. Paris fashion is more my thing. I really, really hope she's pulling my chain on this one. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud it's a wonder you can hear it. The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the Tiger's into. Have you finished the coffee? Oh, boy. Yes, thanks. It was, lovely. So, you drank it all? Oh, fuck. She's poisoned us. Gulp. If you touch anything else that always doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. I really hope you didn't drink that fucking coffee. That coffee. It was laced with something. I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach is killing me. Oh, God. She did drink the coffee. Good. Oh, wait. Maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. Bum 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 bum. I sure hope so. Remember the time Larry David got into like an argument with a Republican politician in I think it was at Kroger or Trader Joe's or a Harris Teeter. Are Harris Teeters still a thing? I used to live near a Harris Teeter, and my mom would take me and my sister there, and we'd always get one of the free samples of the sugar cookies. We better take a look at the CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What? It's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? This must be the CD Maggie told us about. Let's listen to it. I bet it's heavy metal. No way. That woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. Oh. What? Come out from under the desk, Maya. Well, that just happened. What are you two snooping around my office for? Nothing. We were just... A precious carpet. You's got ash on my rug. You're gonna wash your ugly feet. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was all just... You's wanna argue with me? Is that what you doing? You think yous can take me on? Imagine if everybody in YAKUZA talked like this. I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Don Tiger, you're back. Ugh, that voice. It's like an evil seeping into your head through your ears. Wait, that's not the girl? Okay, it is the girl. I'm sorry, Don Tiger. I knocked over that ashtray earlier, and... Has she got a death wish or what? Oh, right. Huh? I see. She's like his right-hand arm man. I think, what's the mob term for that? Consigliere or something? Consigliere? Consigliere? I don't know. Forget about it, Violetta. It's nothing. What? I ain't gonna get mad at you. You too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. So either like she's like either he trusts her or he's scared of her, or maybe it's both. She's definitely like the kind of person. She seems to be like his main enforcer, the one who kills people. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. You guys drink espresso with or without the foam? I don't like the foam.
God, Phoenix Wright.
Yes?
You's either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come and mess up my plan.
So it was him. He's my phone. How did he, look like me? How did he manage to look like me? Was he wearing whiteface? Whiteface isn't a thing. I mean, it is a thing, but it doesn't have the same impact that blackface does, so,
I don't care. No one gets in my way.
What? I mean, excuse me?
Here. You should have left a little girl at home, right?
Why am I...
Hello, Governor. No questions. This is the last time with me.
I've said this many times, not in any videos, but like the rules card, it's suggested that like in each Deltarune chapter, he'll just add another accent to his voice. So far, he's got old English accents and pirate accent. I want his next accent to be a mobster accent. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted after him. Maya, how long have you been around me? You know that I am not gonna fuck with the Mafia. Like you're one to talk. I didn't hear you scream, hold it, either. The espresso? How much do I owe you for it? And cookies. This woman is definitely not good for my heart. I don't know, I love her already. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? I'm Mr. Tiger's right-hand arm, man. I'm his everything, his confidant, his best friend, his silly rabbit. His what? His silly rabbit. Is that what he calls you? No. So I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. Family business. Yeah, we're just your simple mom-and-pop loan company. Yeah, just your simple mom-and-pop landlord. Yeah, just your simple mom-and-pop assassins guild. Just your simple mom-and-pop I don't fucking know. Strip club? Not that I'm saying that strip clubs are unethical in the same way that loan sharks are unethical, or landlords are unethical. Why do we get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? Like Todd Howard, she lied as easily as she breathed. We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra here at Tender Lender. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for writing code at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? That's a bet. Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Shouldn't take out a loan from anyone unless they have a 0% interest rate. Tender Lender is on your side. So let's say I'm late with my repayment. What happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Most companies just do repossession. Right. I think I'd rather skip town. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Strong tea as well. You know how you make strong tea? You leave the bag in. So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? I wonder what that would taste like. I've made tea only a few times, and it was iced tea. How you make iced tea You get some tea bags. Like, that's how most people make tea regardless, right? They don't, like, grow their own tea leaves and make their own tea bags. You could do that, but what would be the point of that? I don't know. Suppose I could grind up some tea leaves and put them in a coffee filter and make, like, drip tea. Drip your tea. What incident? Well, the point is, you just boil water, you put a bunch of tea bags in the hot pot, the hot water pot, drop it on Donald Trump, probably not, and then you just, you don't put ice in that, no, you put it in a container, a pitcher, add some lemon juice and sugar, and then you refrigerate it. You gotta add the sugar while it's still hot. So that's how you make sweet iced tea. That's the only way you can fully dissolve the sugar. I'm not from the South, but, yeah. Let me see. It was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger? Furio Tiger. Furio? Tiger? So that's where the tiger thing comes from. Shin Eop's got a real name, Nick. Hurry up and find out more about him. Okay. Profiles. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tiger? Wait a minute. Can we look at his age again? 42. A thoroughly bitter person. Cookie? Sure? Don't accept food from someone like her. How do you like my cookies? That's what she said. I bake them myself. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No. Ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and the scary girl doing working together? I mean, isn't it obvious? We are lovers. That's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owned on Tiger my life. He's the one who saved me. Okay, so it's more like Bonnie and Clyde. The tiger saved you? Please, address him properly as Don Tiger. Otherwise, I'll have to... Okay, Don Tiger, of course, I'm sorry. I've always, the yanderes are always my weak spot. Creepy girls, girls who kill, girls who are overprotected, girls who creep you out. He saved her life? I sure like to know how that happened. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died once. You died? Sadly, yes. But I lived. About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. Cancer? I guess they were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. Terminal 5. Brain cancer. I don't know what that is, but it's bad. But Don Tiger, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back with my life by serving him coffee and espresso. I still wonder about what's in her coffee. So, was that why you've got that bandage around your head? This? The head, please. So no head? So, what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. A fatal injury? Brain cancer. Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before when you said you had died once? Oh. Oh. Ugh, she really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we've got to find out the truth. Okay, I'm gonna go back, because I know I don't have enough evidence to break all 4 of those locks. There he is. Old Seedy's back feeding the pigeons again.
There, take this. There, take this. Get out of my park.
Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Huh?
Gah.
Hey, he just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet it really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo.
Ha-hum, ha-hum. Pigeon, pigeon. Caw.
Look, we really need to talk to you, alright?
Out with the demons. In with good fortune.
Ow, ow, ow! Seeds. Shell splinters. Painful. Seeds have shells? I mean, I guess they do, but, like, nuts have shells. And I guess you could consider nuts to be seeds. Is there, like, a specific, like, biological detection of what a seed is? Or is it, like, a colloquial term, like vegetables and fish? Yeah, that's right, fish aren't real and vegetables aren't real. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. Oh, right, you throw seeds and beans to ward off demons. So wait, they're beans. I guess they were changed in the localization. I know that. Those clearly are supposed to be beans. He's an old Japanese dude throwing beans to, scare people off. Like, that's the tradition, right? When you throw the beans to, ward off demons. Specifically Oni. Which are also related to ogres. Ogres and demons. Today's trial. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Sorry about that.
Gah. Everyone on topic may be out behind my back, bro.
They already were, buddy.
Dirty old man was so busy looking at the servant girl's backside. That he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal.
Hey, you said it, buddy, not me. Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that waitress put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Javachino.
Yeah, but seeing as how you clearly aren't the best narrator, you clearly aren't the most reliable narrator, so isn't it likely that she was just putting in sugar? Oh, he takes it black. Yeah, well, do we know? So what? Fucking waiters do the shit like that all the time. Like, I remember hearing a story on a radio about, like, this woman who, like, at a restaurant asked for some, I think it was sweet tea. Yeah, or, like, tea with sugar. I don't know if it was hot tea or cold tea. Probably hot tea. Based on, like, basically, she asked for some hot tea with sugar. And they said, oh, we don't have that. So she said, fine, can I just get some coffee? Sure. And then they gave her a cup of coffee with some sugar packets on the side. So, like, yeah, it's not uncommon for restaurants to not give a fuck about your preferences and just serve you whatever they want. So, hey, you never know. We hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece on the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
We're really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I'll tell you, I'll tell you, I'll tell you.
Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo.
I'll tell you to take it easy, you
God, I hate this guy. Why are all the old characters in this game so unlikable? All the elderly characters. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the times of the shoguns. Oh god, I really hope I don't encounter this guy's ancestor in the great Ace Attorney games. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one! Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole, objection! Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I've got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to bust out. I'm about to bust a nut. You stay away, boy, or I'll throw my nuts at you. I'm gonna bust a nut. No, fuck. Actually, we've got places to go, things to check and stuff. Maybe another time? Sometimes you just gotta tell an old person to fuck off and not give a, that respect your elders crap is propaganda. Fine, whatever. Just don't forget, I've got a tsunami's worth of grumbling to do. Tell it to the pigeons. Yes, this girl right here is really looking forward to hearing it all. Honest. What? I never said that. Come to the place where I work then. Here, bring this along. What is this? It's covered in seeds. A discount coupon for a burger? He really wants someone to grumble at, huh? Although it is a burger joint. Hold on. Well, guess I might as well. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen. Wait, didn't I already... I already did this option. Cut in. Oh, okay. Maybe I have to do the other option. But I'm not reading it if he does like a old bag styled ramble, so let's just go. Let him vent, like in Among Us. Well... Buy some bread, now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see? Yep. At home, at the restaurant, I just get it in the way door. I'm sure you don't. Like, if I could, I'd give him a Grunkle Stan voice. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Très Bien? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? The very day that young brat was poisoned. What? Have you finished those errands? So, on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Because you're glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, a young lad slumped over the table. Oh, boy. The servant girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, it was a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excuse me, you calm yourself, I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at the time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? Phone bag, this generation, always on their phones. Always on the phones. I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so. If the Titanic sank today, everyone would have been filming it on their phones. What the fuck you expect me to do? Stop it from sinking? Stop the iceberg? For 5 minutes. So 5 minutes? Now, if the Titanic happened today, there would be people on the boat saying that the iceberg is no big deal, and also that the iceberg is beneficial, and also that the iceberg doesn't exist. So, for 5 minutes after the incident happened, yes, sir, the owner was at Tribulations on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you had given me the chance. But you outbullied me out of the courtroom. Yeah. Sus. It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame. Say for the sake of argument that, that the Earth will be flooded because of global warming. Why wouldn't people just sell their houses and move? Sell their houses to who? Victor? Fucking Aquaman? You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that woman, that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe a certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah! Oh sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. Later, fucker. In the kitchen. Oh, man. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. Damn it. Well, the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Oh, put Gumshoe in a chef outfit. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. I'm only human, after all. I'm only human, after all. Don't put the blame on me. Messing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? Well, if there's nothing here, I'll just... Oh, I forgot to show my real attorney's badge to that weird woman. And whatever. Aw, man, she's not here either. Then let's go. Vitamin Squism. Did I miss something here? She don't care about my real attorney's badge. What about the fake attorney's badge? Nope. Oh, wait a minute. Car repair bill. So, let's go. Maybe he knows something about it. Wait a minute. MC Bomber. If that's MC Bomber, then... Ah, ha ha ha. So he's really not in here. Was that here before? Hey, Nick, this container has oyster sauce. Oyster... Couldn't I have... But wait a minute, What about the, I gave you a bottle of, like, mysterious fluid. Why can't I give you... Oh, no, it was a bottle. A bottle of a fluid. So, why aren't you... Can you give us any updates on the thing? No? Huh. Matches. They were found here. Let's see. We don't give a shit. You know, I'm not wasting time with this fucker. I doubt he has anything interesting. When the incident occurred, he broke the vase. That'll be evidence in the next trial. I just know it. That's where the dead happened. Nope. What do you know about this guy? No. HMD. This guy. Let's go back to here. I'm going to show you something. Yes. No. Okay. I guess I'll just brute force it. First, Gumshoe. Gumshoe, look at this. No. Does I can't discuss anything mean he really won't tell me about anything? I guess it does. It said, oh, we need to... Wait a minute. No, I don't see any place where, fucking Jong could have been hiding. So, Jean. Billie Jean, like a movie scene. Dynamite and laser beam. My mom thought that the lyrics were gunpowder and Chuck E. Cheese. And I just think that's funny. Went through compromise. I wonder what that's supposed to mean. It doesn't mean anything. It's just an empty corporate slogan that is used when executives want to sound like they know what they're doing. You know, when they use words like synergize and network. Like, that shit doesn't mean anything. Must mean something if they took the trouble to frame it like that. No, it doesn't! Yeah, well, it still doesn't make any sense to me. That's Tenderlander's guiding principle. Oh? Yeah, the compromise is that you pay us and we don't break your kneecaps. Compromise the customer to win. Up, called it. Oh, I see. How about you, Nick? Yeah, well, as long as we don't have to compromise my hair, I'd say we're okay. That's one slogan no business owner should ever explain to their customers. This shiny-ass desk. That's one impressive desk on one impressive rug. It's solid gold, Nick. Gold! Just look at that shine. Only real gold shines like that. If it were solid gold, wouldn't it be, like, soft? Like, you wouldn't be able to put anything especially heavy on it, or it would leave an impression. Would you really want such a shiny desk, though? I don't know, but let's see what it's like to sit at a solid gold desk. Wow, I'm completely dazzled. Could just be gold-plated. That's because it's completely dazzling. I can see out my nose in the reflection. That's gotta be really distracting. So the desk isn't practical. No surprise there. Oh shit, this dude's got Limp Bizkit. He's definitely the guy who'd listen to Limp Bizkit. I've been searching for a reason. They go to the dad, but someday. Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park. Okay, you know what? Maybe I do have to break the Cyclux. Let's just see, you know. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes, the operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? Wheel guard. I think it is either involved... Okay, this? Yes! something to do either with this car repair, this car accident, or the thing that damaged his scooter. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis?
Very apt name. Because they almost made her a cadaver. Yes, it is.
I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me?
You're the... Something just tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright, then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Do I have any evidence for that? Victim lottery, crime photo, cup, loan contract. I don't think I have anything that will prove a connection. So I'm just gonna go back. This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking computer at the place where he worked. And what happens when he crashes, though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? That's called falling asleep. Wasn't he? He wasn't literally a computer, Maya. I mean, humans can also experience lag, just like a computer. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday, too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? Oh, I know. So, have you paid a visit to where Mr. Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know about all that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated, huh? Well, I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We've got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up by now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye. What? You better get going, Detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've kinda got a favor to ask. It's a big one. A favor? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping you'd give this to her for me. Oh my god, are those little smokies? What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I can make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe? How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat. Now, Maya, you know that's a loaded question. You think? I love weenies. I can't get enough of their tender juiciness. So will you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I'd eat that. Can't exactly say no, can I? Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Maya, don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. He's finally gone. Detention center. Come on. Yeah, oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? Phoenix, why are you gaslighting your own client? And why do... What's the point of interrogating the witness if the justice system isn't going to believe what the accused says? Like, surely someone, even if it's like a prosecutor, someone should have like said at some point, hey, do you think that maybe, just maybe, a good portion of the 9.3% that we incarcerate aren't actually killers, and maybe we should hear them out about what actually happened? Maybe we should hear their side of the story. And the person who asked that, then they got framed for murder, and they got the electric chair. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. It's Furial Tiger. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put in some white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. I know where we found it. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenelg, collapsed, right? Yes. It's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So, between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations. No, no idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old C wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly. And you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong is involved in this at all. This is what he did this to pay off his debt. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. More like the dog biting the hand that feeds it, because you do all the fucking labor. What does he do? He can't even cook. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. He's old and senile. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggie exactly what she knows about old CD. Old CD. I feel much better at the trial. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. More like slimy. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Yes, he is. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and we'll see what you make of it. This is the fucker who, says, the customer's always right, so if you, don't do what I ask of you, I'm calling the cops. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite, what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table, it's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we all know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say it was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy, And she had a kind of cackling laugh. Creepy. Cackling? Why do we get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? But that's the thing. I still think that it was Violetta who disguised herself as a waitress. And she's the one who Victor saw poison in the coffee. But Maggie saw someone who was clearly this guy poisoning the coffee. So who's the killer? Were they like using some kind of spirit gum poisoning that was like that came poison when like 2 parts, and when combine them it becomes a poison? Is that what happened? I'm sure if we show him the guy, it'll... Holy smokes, that's him! Knew it. Huh? That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan. For the record, I'm not sunburned like an overdried tomato, so I don't know how he told me he'd been on a business trip in Hawaii, and that's where he got the tan. Again, the fact that no one questioned this guy's legitimacy as to whether he was not only Phoenix Wright, but an actual lawyer, the fact that nobody questioned his legitimacy, just shows that this entire society is handled by a thread. Like, it's a miracle that that Japaniafornia's government hasn't collapsed between the events of Trials and Tribulations and Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. I'm not hearing this. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is info about XCOMs or the clientele of Tribulations, sir. Don't let it get you down, Maggie. All cops are bastards except for her. Let's see here. Detention center. Tribulations. Take me to here. Oh shit! Oh shit! I forgot to give her the... Oh, fuck. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. There's a computer from Maya. We can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Ugh. Oh, well. Hello. I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer program and laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. Educational? Or like, my name is Lisa Basil. Oh hey, it's also an acronym. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing override, isn't that the same device as Glen Elg's? If I could, I'd be giving her the TikTok text-to-speech woman voice. But I can't do impressions, and I also can't exactly hook up my microphone to that shit. Could add it in post, but I'm not gonna do that, because that's too much effort. Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All my programmers here at Blue Screen Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? Oh, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. God, imagine if, like, Maya, like, got everything they should... Man, I should get one of those. Like, were there any other, like, accessories or artificial clothing that she said, oh man, it would be really cool to have that? I forgot. And again, fuck me. Come on, detention center. Literally the first. Okay. Oh yeah, I've got something you're gonna love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe. Oh, right, she doesn't like him anymore. He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Mac. But, like, people in the detention center are allowed to give things to visitors? Like, aren't they worried that, like, the prisoner might give the visitor plans on how to bust out? Like, I snagged this. I got this thing from a guy who deals shit in the back. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. They'll lock you up if you don't break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. If people will get arrested even if they don't commit crimes, if people will get executed even if they don't commit crimes, then what's the point of following the law? And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? I hate weenies. It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But just eat it and say that, and just eat it and tell Gumshoe that, Maggie wolfed it all down. She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But, I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox, eaten with Maya. Well, how was it? I had the spot. I love weenies. We know, everybody knows you like weenies, Phoenix. Go good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Everyone knows you like wieners, Phoenix. No one ever, like, listen, like, cock, that's gonna be used in erotica and porn, right? That word. And then he put his cock in me. But, like, you're never gonna feel like, and then he whipped out his big, beautiful wiener. Like, is wiener used in 50 Shades of Grey? I don't think so. Are there... Oh... Like, they do that in the fucking 4Kids dub of your favorite hentai. Blue Screens Incorporated. What exactly is this firm's business? I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimum operating systems and source-level components to them. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes. Compact disc. Digital optical storage media. It's about time we upgraded, like... The main method of storing things used to be cassette tapes. We would even use cassette tapes to make video games. Then it was discs. There was also that brief period where we used, like, drives, floppy drives. And that's what we'd use for... And there were also cartridges, like NES cartridges. Then we switched to discs. Everything is on a disc. We need to upgrade again because the discs, they can get scuffed, they can get damaged. Just like a cassette tape can get damaged. Like, at the very least, we should give it a protective case and, you know, discs. Cover them up like we do with floppy disks. Come on, man. Protect your shit. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask better than what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time-slicing common errors on logical access to shared global variables. Obviously influences response time and performance to the codependence of variables and the carbon report to successful execution. Well, you got the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all that? No! Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Fake mile. Fake smile. You know about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. Fake smile. Can you tell us about anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier, too, but I couldn't tell him either, because... the waitress who committed the crime has nothing to do with Blue Screens Incorporated. Oh. How about Mr. X's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. This one. It's this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you are welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. Okay, let's see. Wow, look at this mess. It looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? What kind of betting tickets? For betting on which horse will win a given race, they're horse racing tickets. Oh, wow. His drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets, though. This many tickets will get you, what, $1 down at the recycling center? But I didn't know you were so hard up that you try to profit from the dead, Nick. I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. Haha, me when I saw the size of those weenies. Am I right, fellas? Am I right, fellas? Yeah, that's perfectly average size. So that is the perfectly average size of a desk. Most guys' desks are that size. Don't worry about it. But you can't get any work done with everything all over a place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know. What was this game made? What the fuck is a whiz kid? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I should, I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry, then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elk was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah. It says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? Proof that there was someone else in the cafeteria. Or okay, I've examined everything important. I highly doubt that this shit, that talking to those or like showing her anything will get me any results, so I'm gonna go here. Vitamin squares. The tiger. Maybe I do have to talk to the blue lady. What was her name again? Alice. Basil. Lisa Basil. Oh! Oh my god! This is Sparta! Sesame! Wait, let me... Oh! That data is super admin restricted. Desktop access password protected. Super admin restricted? What? This is madness! No, Maya. This is Sparta! That's funny. Yeah, I thought I did ask him about Glenn. About Mr. Oak. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two bugs in his personality. Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would say he was a genius. So there's really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. You said he was a loser. Got to find out what this trouble was exactly. I think I can guess what it is. About Mr. Oak. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. I think this This lock will be easy to break. I was wrong. 3 Cyclocks. Guess Mr. Rogue is like every other man with his own pile of secrets.
What is a man? A miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you.
Okay, I don't have anywhere else I can go. So I have to break this Magatama. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. That's kind of bad. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. Do not go to customer service. All they're gonna do is apologize for the inconvenience and then tell you to fuck off. Like, we don't give a fuck about your problems. I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Oak's troubles have something to do with this? What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Lady, you're the CEO of a corporation. Don't lecture me on morality. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. I don't. I fucking hate sports. And I hate when people are annoyed when I express my disinterest in sports. Like, let people enjoy things, let people not enjoy things. You always bring up the fact that you don't care about sports. You never stop talking about sports, so I have to constantly remind you, hey, I'm not interested in sports. How about we talk about something that we both share an interest in? Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Oak's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Yeah, lottery tickets. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No! You are right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Did you know that 90% of gamblers give up before they hit it big? So just keep gambling. You'll win eventually. Come on. Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a wooden ticket, did he? For $500,000? Yeah, but it's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Oak won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Oak's real problem was with someone, or something, more terrifying and ferocious. Yeah, this guy. Furio Tiger, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. So that settles it. He's the one who killed him. Motive plays out. The time at which he could have killed him plays out. The fact that he essentially helped my client get framed for murder by impersonating me, that fits. He did all that, and I'm willing to bet that Violetta was in some way an accomplice. Tender lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you want to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the Tiger knew each other. Yep. Do I ever. Boom. Oh, and I also have evidence that Tiger was at the, in the same place as Elg, the matchbook. Furio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with the day on the Briff's murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000. Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. Oh, he was gonna suck his dick? His talents? I suspect he was talking about dick sucking. What computer program is worth what blowjob is worth $100,000? Oh, my dirty, dirty mind. Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? What? What? But... The program itself. But I did. That's the program, isn't it? I thought... Do I, like, have to show it to her first? Show the fucking disc to her first? Would you mind taking a look at this? Bloody hell. Maybe I should go to the criminal affairs office, talk to Gumshoe, have him run a check on the disc. Cause that's probably how the madmen who designed this game would think. Detention. We're back in detention. You're going to detention because you don't celebrate Christmas. You're going to detention for not celebrating Christmas. The main servers went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. I said the SH word. I said the F word. I said, ooh, girl, bump, bump, shock me like an orange. Look, the liberal, the woke left is gonna have your kid go to detention for saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Are they these anti-Christian atheists and other religions? They hate Christ. They hate Christmas. They won't let us say our bid, please. Hey man, happy Hanukkah. Whee! No, just when some young guy was about to confess to his son's hot truck. He's fucking his son's girlfriend? What? Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Oh, what are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. I wouldn't mind a briefing. It would be nice to know about something for once, to know for once what the hell is going on. But then again, this is the Ace Attorney police are talking about. I imagine the briefing is not like... I imagine their briefing is like one guy explaining things with a post-it note instead of like a chalkboard. We've got big problems here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus! A virus! A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. No, that's not just a virus, that's a worm. Computer worm. But I really need to ask you some questions. Yeah, like, about this thing. Oh, don't just nod yourself in the keeping in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Mai. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on that CD. Oh, finally, something's happening. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. This is why you shouldn't insert like, if you find a USB drive or a disk just lying on the ground or whatever, or if, like, something like that comes in the mail unmarked, do not plug it into your computer. It could be a virus. It might destroy your computer. It could be released to the web and destroy other computers. Shit like this has happened to the US government. Can you give us any more details, please? Yes, tell us about the bomber. We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if the demands weren't met. Who are they? And, like, I'm not saying we should be giving the police in this universe more money. We need to defund the police, not overfund them. But they should at least be competent. Get competent people in charge. You know? Like, whenever you suggest, hey, maybe the government should do something about this, people get scared because they think you're asking for, like, more government. As if government is just a Boolean function. Either there's more government and it's bad, or there's less government and they're good. Government is just a system. It's an apparatus. Like, people can understand guns don't kill people. People use guns to kill people. Yeah, well, the government doesn't oppress people. People use their governmental power to oppress people. It's always about people. It's all about the human. Our problems have human causes. It's not human nature. Well, I mean, it is human nature, but human nature isn't some universal constant. It's determined by our environment, and the environment and the conditions affect human nature, and human nature affects the government. I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer, in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Apparently, the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. It was Glenn. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, and because this one's so powerful, they're estimating the price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Phoenix, you are holding a gold mine in your hands right now. Do not fuck the evidence, fuck the trial, fuck the evidence. You can find another piece of evidence. Sell that disc. Sell it to somebody who has connections to the mafia. You could be rich. You could have the same resources that the prosecution has. You could have your own detective, your own military. For legal reasons, I do not condone that. I do not condone selling computer viruses on the black market, and I do not condone privately funded militaries, or any militaries for that matter. I'm digging myself into a hole. Contains a computer program. So now can I do it? I swear. What is this? Fucking Schrodinger's evidence? It's not relevant to, like, a line of questioning until you, get more context on it. Like, surely, tell me Phoenix can't just guess. He can't just guess, like, well, this is a disc. It has the same name as the thing that the victim wrote, so I'm gonna assume, and the victim was a programmer, so I think it's safe to assume that this disc is a program that was created by the victim. That's, like, Edgeworth would have done that. Edgeworth would have used logic to come to that conclusion. He wouldn't have needed someone to tell him that. He wouldn't have needed someone to tell him the relevance of a piece of evidence, especially not a dim-witted detective. Son of a bitch. Okay, we're gonna buckle in, folks. Gotta do this all over again. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elk was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service? What's she talking about? I guess we'd better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Oak's troubles have something to do with this? What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glen Elk. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Oak's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? Lottery. The lottery. Horse racing? He bought a lot of tickets, and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No! You're alright. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000? Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? It's true that Mr. Oak won $500,000 in the end, but that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Oak's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Furio Tiger, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you're one to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Oak. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tiger? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Oak and the Tiger knew each other. Furio Tiger, aka the Tiger, is the boss of an loan office called Tender. Wait, so his name is like Furio the Tiger. Like Dwayne the Rock. Jake the Snake. This is who Mr. Elk met with on the day of his murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About 100 grand, I think. 100 grand? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? This isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? Yeah, I was gonna suck his dick. I suspect he was talking about sucking his dick. What blowjob is worth 100 grand? That joke's so nice I did it twice. Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her nuts. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Finally. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! Now what the hell happened? Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep, and I'm trying to keep up above in my head instead of going under. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations? Where do you come up with these ideas? So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1,000,000 on the black market. And you were fine with that? Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar, that was his deadline for repaying his debts. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore. Glen Susan horse race. That look is oh, she just threw them on the floor like the trash that is. Use the trash can, Nick. They were already on the floor. I don't work here. I'm not responsible for the litter. Let's go here. Maybe. Okay, she can't tell me anything about that. Criminal. What do you think about... Oh, shit. A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do we get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, but some viruses can actually do that by causing the computer to overheat. No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PCs here in the station. A virus could wipe out all of that. That's kind of the damage I'm talking about. Cockin'. Nice cock. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah. What's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't affect their own machines. They send the data to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. I think that would technically count as biological warfare. Has anyone ever used COVID as biological warfare? Disclaimer, do not use COVID as biological warfare. And don't spread misinformation that COVID is biological warfare, because that shit leads to racially motivated violence. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who? What? Where? When and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Literally, who asked? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kinda feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard of it before, too. Yeah, you were literally just talking about it. I'm just gonna skip through this one. I'm gonna say it all at once, so listen up. Yes? Never borrow money from a place like... Oh! Did he also borrow money from them? Gumshoe, tell me you didn't borrow money from Tenderlender. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tenderlender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. And it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Yeah, see? Listen to Gumshoe, guys. Loan companies are parasites. They're pure evil, pure unadulterated evil. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all the debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in the business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I got the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did you just say? That lady? Who's this lady he talking about, Nick? We better find out what the story is with this lady. Oh, but what about my credit score? Fuck your credit score, dude. Everyone has a bad credit. So, and due to the laws of supply and demand, we know that eventually, oh, wait, maybe I should ask him about the... Eventually, loan companies will have to loan money to people with bad credit if they want to stay afloat. Don't pay your student loans. I am not going to do a disclaimer. Don't pay your student loans. That's the girl who works over at Tunderlinda. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Okay, here we go, guys. Lore dump time. Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She is the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Go outside, Phoenix. Touch grass. Read a book. Bruno Cadaverini's the boss of the Cadaverini family. See? What did I say? What did I say? It is about the Mafia. It's always the Mafia. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. You can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. Oh, really? Even more powerful than Red, White, of Blue Corp, Divasquez, Matt on Guard, the fucking Manfred von Karma, what other Mafia guys were there? I guess the con artist, fucking Richard Wellington. Who else was in the second game? No one who was like a fucking Mafia guy. So, oh, fucking Damon Gant. Forgot about him. Huh? Was he too powerful for me to get him arrested? I mean, that is kind of true. That's how it should work. That's how it's supposed to work. In real life, that's how it should work. The rule of law. Everyone and anyone can be held accountable by the law. We are all subject to the same rules and the same consequences. Doesn't matter what your job is. Doesn't matter what your social status is. That's way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? Oh boy, I already know how this is going to play out for Phoenix. He's going to show some evidence to the wrong person, and they're going to knock him out and take that evidence. And so, no, I don't remember saying I was going to. Oh, finally, Phoenix has developed a healthy amount of paranoia. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? Oh, Phoenix, you know that's a loaded question. Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop, the two genders. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in, they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tenderlender, I take it? Sure. No one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini. And I mean no one. Interesting.
Not even Edgeworth. Edgeworth controls the police. So again, really find that fucked up. That the prosecution basically controls the police. Actually, okay, look, I know that in real life we have state prosecutors, right? District attorneys. People who, like, they're lawyers, and they usually are in charge of most police investigations, and of course the prosecution. But, like, I feel like Edgeworth, but I feel like the head prosecutor in each game has too much control. I mean, like, they straight up withhold evidence. They lead the witnesses. They tell them to withhold certain pieces of information. That can't be legal. And if it is legal, then like I said, dictatorship. Yeah, and everyone knows how much Buddha loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how'd she end up at Tenderlander? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of Tenderlander are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in a file related to Maggie's case. Oh, you know, I bet Furio is like an enforcer, or the right. He bet he's the right-hand man of Bruto. Sounds like a pretty important clue. I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing, and that is, you know, the lunchbox. How'd everything go? Lunchbox? You remember the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh, yeah. Those weenies. So, how'd my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious? Yeah, that's what she said. Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. Maya, don't you dare tell him. I figured something would happen, so I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor again, huh, pal, and deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden, in more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy with you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick. Tell me we don't have to eat all these, too. Oh, okay. I really can't eat anymore. Okay. Oh, God. Let's go to the kitchen. Maybe. Nope. Still not here. Whatever, I didn't want to talk to that gay chef anyway. Do you want some weenies? Of course not. Tender blender. I think I have enough dirt on her. But of course, once I break these Cyclocks, she's gonna blackmail me, or worse. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation. You also said you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? This. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis? Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what did the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. Let's see. There we go. Wait. Hold on. Granddaughter. Oh, really? I thought Gumshoe said daughter, but she's the granddaughter? I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini.
You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Haha. Phoenix has a bit of issues with pulling out. That's a terrible joke. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... Oh my god. Phoenix Wright caused this girl. It's like one of my favorite jokes is like people almost figuring out that Batman is Bruce Wayne, but then like missing the mark. So you're telling me that Batman is Bruce Wayne's roommate? I took a blow to the head, a bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who have committed the hit and run have been... It was him. It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tiger. I refuse to believe it. We collided. The motorbike and my car. But the Don Tiger isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash. I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Yes. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tiger rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? You'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Furio Tiger. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tiger still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tiger told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? Do you want us to believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Yeah, because he's buddies with your granddad. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? I knew it. Furio Tiger. He fucked that old man. And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know how exactly much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tiger would have paid the money? $1 million. The most realistic thing about this game, that treating a head injury costs $1 million. Yeah. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? My grandfather ordered Don Tiger to pay $1 million in compensation. That's fair. That's more than fair. And he's rich. He could afford it. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, your pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tiger said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Oh, but I knew that wasn't really true. Wow, I'm sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. Ha! Godfather reference. Viola's medical papers added to the court record. $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. Do you think Phoenix Wright would be able to, Oh, damn, I forgot. Corleone. Michael Corleone. Would Phoenix be able to, get Michael Corleone declared guilty? Because Phoenix is secretly the prosecutor. Due last year. Oh. Medical debt. And instead of paying it off, or I guess threatening the hospital to clear the debt, he just pushed it on to someone else. But hey, no honor among criminals. It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah. I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair barrel thrown into the trash. Won't he notice that it's... I don't give a fuck. Let's check the... Let's check it. $1 million bill for cranial surgery. Last year, eh? Oh! Something... Oh god, I know what's gonna happen now. Hey, bonjour, I've been waiting for you in return. Mr. Armstrong. Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas. It's Shin Eop. Who you calling Zinny Oop? Anayup? Alley-oop? Come out from under the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now. What are you gonna do about it? Uh-oh, I think he wants to be able to Cadaverini's papers back. You don't want to fuck with me, Tiger. I was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. And it ain't only a face. At first I was... She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm gonna expose what you did to get the $1 million used to pay this up. God fucking damn it. Phoenix, we talked about this. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that too. Well, he's here. Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me, Sola. I cannot argue with them. They beat... That really hurt. Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix, right? That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. You shouldn't have come back here. Also, fat lot of good, you were Maya failure. That was me. I'm sorry. Oh! Oh, thank God. The 11th hour. Detective Gumshoe?
Detective, you think you gonna stop me, copper? Beat it.
Buddy, I have a gun.
Well, come on, Gumshoe, keep it together.
Yeah, you have a gun, he has 2 fists and a temper.
You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. Go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, huh?
Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. Oh, yeah, now you want to join me. You sure you want to come with me? I think you seem to be liking that table since you hid under there instead of helping me. Tenderlander's going to... And right after he said, right after Phoenix said to Maya, I can't stand people who would betray their friends, Maya fucking ditches him. Oh, what do you expect Maya to do? I don't fucking know.